And welcome back to Abington Avon High School as it is game number 6 of the Great Western Shootout. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Grant Hicks is alongside on the camera. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, and you're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb Bomber Sports as they play Scales Mound, the Hornets, in this Game 6 of the shootout. It's been a great day of basketball. Southeastern just got a win most recently. They downed Fulton, the Steamers. And Danny Stevens led the way with 31 points. 41 points scored for the Suns. He had 31 of them. 27 points scored for the Steamers, 41-27. As we get ready to go, Macomb High Bombers and the Scales Mound Hornets in this one. It should be a good one. Scales Mound, a team that went to the state tournament last year in Class 1A. They are pretty darn good again as well in this one. Expected to be a threat to get back there again this season. So we'll see what happens here as the Bombers' defense plays against the Scales Mound team that likes to pressure the ball and get up and down the floor. So we'll see what happens here as we get ready to go. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Game number 6. Bombers girls are up next. I think Justice Keene might come over and help us with that one. Kenny Suter may be here in time for that one as well. We'll see. So we get ready to go here. Scales Mound and the Macomb High Bombers. Scales Mound, the visitors on the scoreboard tonight. Max Wienen. He's a starter, a 6'2 junior. Thomas Heroux, a 6'2 junior. Jacob Dewar, a 6' senior, number 4. Charlie Weigel, a 5'9 senior. Jonah Driscoll, a 6'3 junior, the other starter. 3 6'3 players at the bottom of the list. A 6'8 Dylan Slavenberg, a senior, on the roster as well. For the Macomb High Bombers, number 1, Connor Watson, no surprise there. He led the team in scoring last night. JT Jeter, one of the shutdown defenders for the Bombers, and he can score a little. BT Langdon Allen. Nolan Kerr, known for his defense, but his offense has come to life here of late. And Jack Duncan, the starting quarterback for the football team, ace pitcher on the baseball team, and he's a pretty darn good basketball player as well, as he's kind of a spark plug for this team. And he'll go in to jump it up against Max Wienen, excuse me. As we get ready to go here for the tip of the 6th game of the day, it's the Bombers and the Scales Mound Hornets. Here we go. Nobody got it. It's tipped around, finally picked up off the floor by Jonah Driscoll. And Scales Mound on the first offensive possession. Down the corner to Wienen. 3 on the way by Dewar is good. Jacob Dewar hits the triple to start things off. Connor Watson to Nolan Kerr. And the man, kind of thought we might see them play some good zone, but they're playing man to start with. And a turnover. Outletting in a hurry, Wienen with it. He's going to go to Heroux. His jumper's off, no good. Tipped by Duncan. Out to Watson. Watson takes it across court to the far side, and the Bombers have their second offensive possession. Duncan to BT. BT's pass is tipped away out of bounds by Charlie Weigel. And Watson will inbound. Watson looked at the three, didn't take it from long range. We're under a minute to go. Bombers yet to score. The Hornets scored on their first possession. Duncan out to JT Jeter. Jeter's going to drive, puts up the runner. It's off, no good. Rebound to Dewar, and back the other way they come with it. Right side to Weenan. Three on the way by Haru is good. Thomas Haru, the 6'2 junior, hits the triple, and Scales Mound leads 6-0. JT Jeter gives to Nolan Kerr. Watson for three, trying to answer. He does. A sports corner three for Connor Watson. And the Bombers back to within three at 6-3. Pushing it up the floor. Near side it comes to Weenan. Dewar. Now pass inlet to Jonah Driscoll. Was taken away by Duncan, then taken back away by Jonah Driscoll. And we're going to take a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout charged to Scales Mound. We'll take a quick break as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Welcome back to Abington Avon High School. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Scales Mound with the basketball, leads by 3, 6-3. Live chat's open. Hop in there. Let us know who you're cheering for and what team or what individual player you're rooting for. We'd love to see that in our live chat and maybe have a little conversation with you as well. Do want to tell you also that if you are so inclined and you're into that kind of thing, if you're a big YouTuber, we do have top chats available. You can hop in there with that. Oh, Driscoll on a nice pass from Weagle, but he can't finish. That was a great look. But hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We had a lot of great conversation with Scales Mound fans last year. Let's get that going again this year. We'd love to see all you folks in the live chat. Kerr with it, left side, JT Jeter. Up top, Duncan. Duncan looks to drive. Might have got away with a travel there. Gives it to Nolan Kerr. Nolan Kerr is going to drive now. He goes across to Jeter, out to Watson. Pump fake, puts up the three. No good, it's long. Rebound to Weagle. That's Weenan with the drive. Dumps it out to Haru. Now to Dewar, has it stripped away. Coming in, diving for it and picking it up is Weagle, I believe. Couldn't see the number he's setting down. It is Weagle. And it is going to be far side Haru. Now back to Dewar. Dewar drives in on Duncan, kicks it out to Weagle for three. It's good. 9 points, 3 threes, all by different players, and it's a 9-3 lead for Scales Mound. Share this if you would, please. On your whatever your favorite social media is, share the link. Subscribe and like it as well if you'd be so inclined. JT Jeter for three. It's long and bounces off the rim. Watson tries to save it in. He does save it in. And then blocked away from getting the ball was Langdon Allen as Dewar did the smart thing and just boxed him out and let the ball go out of bounds. Scales Mound gets the basketball back with 4:10 running clock here in the first quarter. 9-3 is the score. Valerie Foley, thanks for joining us. We appreciate that very much. Scales Mound's looking pretty darn good right now. Driving, Weagle putting up the shot. It's off, no good. Nolan Kerr had to rebound. Dewar came up with it on a steal. Weagle gets it out. Now back down to Dewar. Baseline. His shot's up and in. And a timeout's going to be charged to the Bombers. And Coach Jeremy Anderson is going to take a 30-second. No, a full timeout. Going to take a full or a 30. Is it 30 or is it a full? It's a 30-second timeout. Part of the team was set and part of the team wasn't. This game being brought to you today by Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for an upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. We deliver ice directly to your event. Call Blaine Wrench at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. and Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. And back at it we are. Connor Watson with his team down by 8. JT Jeter, a little trouble there with Dewar. Left side it goes to Watson now from Langdon Allen up top to Jack Duncan. Into the ball game is Dylan Slavenberg. His Kerr's shot's off, no good. Slavenberg gets the rebound. Weigel to Weenan to Dewar. Now it goes to Haru. Haru backs Jeter in. Dewar down low to Slavenberg. He has it slipped away. Langdon Allen comes up with it, and back the other way for the Bombers it goes. Nolan Kerr, Langdon Allen, excuse me. Now back the other way. Haru is going to put up the shot. It's off, no good. Nolan Kerr with the rebound. He's going to drop it off for Connor Watson, and back the other way it goes. JT Jeter with it. Duncan. Watson now on the dribble. Skips it out to Nolan Kerr. They have a great switching man-to-man defense. Slavenberg has coming in to try to swipe it away from Duncan was Dewar, and Dewar's going to pick up the foul. His first, team's first. Bombers have it underneath their own basket. Connor Watson gets it into Duncan. Over to Watson. 2-10. Stops. Dumps it out JT Jeter. JT Jeter drives. He puts the shot up and in. JT Jeter gets his first 2 of the night, and it's 11-5. Once again, hop in the live chat. Valerie, we appreciate you hopping in there. Good to see some folks from Scales Mound watching. Share the link with your friends on whatever social media you like. We'd appreciate it. Slavenberg can't hold on to the pass from Haru. Driscoll's going to come back in. He's going to replace Slavenberg. Connor Watson to JT Jeter. Nolan Kerr. Connor Watson back with it, 1:30 remaining. Duncan to Nolan Kerr. Skips it across to Langdon Allen. Connor Watson, 3, left wing, no good. Rebound to Duncan. Gives it out to Nolan Kerr, 1:13 remaining. Langdon Allen for 3. It's in and out, no good. Weigel gets the rebound. Dewar drives, dumps it down. Driscoll, baseline jumper off, no good. That's a hand signal you don't see very often. The official said it went off your head. He touched his forehead. It went off JT Jeter's head, he said. Checking in is 0 Evan Kogan for the Hornets. He replaces Max Weenan. Inbounded to Kogan. Driscoll with it down low. His turnaround jumper's off, no good. Duncan with the rebound. He outlets it to Watson. Watson pushes it back the other way. He throws it out to Nolan Kerr. They're going to call a block, though. Foul's going to be on Thomas Haru, his first, team second. And a basket on the inbound for JT Jeter. He's got 4. Haru puts the shot up over Duncan. It bounces off, and Watson picks it up off the floor with 20 seconds left. And the Bombers a chance to get this with one possession here. Nolan Kerr with it. 15 seconds. Connor Watson, 10 seconds. Duncan Duncan turnaround jumper from the right elbow, and it's going to go out of bounds. And that's how quarter number 1 is going to end, 11-7. Bombers trail the Scales Mound Hornets. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in about 30 seconds.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back to Appleton Avon High School. Quarter number 2 getting ready to come your way. The Scales Mound Hornets lead the Bombers 11-7. This game being brought to you in part tonight by Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All this for only $42 per year. Actually, it's a little higher than that now. You can also get single copies purchased in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandesville, and, of course, Macomb. So, second quarter is underway. Bombers had it to start the quarter. Nolan Kerr, left side. That was Watson, back to Duncan. Lynn Dunk, thanks for joining us. Watson, short on the 3 attempts, picked up by Driscoll. Kerr's going to knock it out of bounds. Valerie Foley's Hurro, so Hurro, is that correct, Valerie? If it is, just give me a yes or no. Hurro instead of Hurro, it's Hurro. So I'll mark that down there. Hurro for number 3. I'll try to remember that. Driscoll has it knocked away out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Scales Mound Hornets. Dewar inbounds. That's Weigel. 3 on the way by Driscoll is good. Jonah Driscoll hits the 3. The big guy hits the triple. They've got 14 points, and only one of those is from anything other than a 3. Langdon Allen. Jeter, Kerr, up to Duncan, right side to Watson. Duncan, off, no good. Rebound to Hurro. And he's going to give it to Weigel. Weigel, nice little crossover hesitation, puts the shot up, it's off, no good. Kerr has the rebound. He gives it off to Watson. Watson has it knocked away, but he gathers it back somehow. JT Jeter with it now. As we work towards 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Nolan Kerr dumps it down. Duncan, jumper, off, no good. Tipped by Jeter. Dewar comes up with it. Timeout. Charged to Scales Mound. It's a full timeout charged to Scales Mound. We'll keep it here for this break. After the timeout by Scales Mound, and we'll tell you that this game being brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm, face-to-face, over the phone, by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm, Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. And Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcast at Sports Corner at 124. All will enjoy your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. And the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salad, sandwiches, homemade desserts, and they are to die for. Blue Bunny ice cream and full-service coffee bar. Breakfast served all day, and they have free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com or call 837-6700 for your takeout. We want to tell you, Sports Corner at 124, we'll be there Wednesday nights for our weekly TSSR weekly broadcast. We'll be talking about several of the teams that are at this shootout today because they'll be playing at the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. We'll be going over the brackets for that and talking about some of those matchups. Justice Keene's going to come talk to us, and we're also going to have Jerry Kramer from the tournament, and I think he's the tournament president. And there's Huro with the bucket. He's got 5. And apparently they gave that to Weagle, not Huro. I apologize. There's Langdon Allen with the miss and the putback and the miss. Kerr for 3. It's off, no good. Langdon Allen over the top. Can't get him down with it, though. And back the other way it goes. Huro. Now driving is Weagle, and Weagle gets the layup to fall. He's got 7. And it's 18-7. Ian Cates getting ready to check in for the Bombers. Jack Duncan, Connor Watson, Braden Holthouse ready to check in as well. JT Jeter looks down to Langdon Allen, little over the top of his head. He couldn't quite see it to catch it. It went through his hands and picked up by the Hornets. Weagle out to Driscoll for 3. Same spot as the last one. Can't make that one, though. The Bombers haven't been down this much. I don't think they ever trailed Quincy Notre Dame by this much. This is the most they've been down since the West Hancock game, which is the opening game of the year. Watson Euro steps and gets his shot blocked. Driscoll came down with it. Weagle now to Driscoll. Driscoll puts the layup up and in. He's got 5. Another timeout charged to the Bombers. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a few seconds.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
And welcome back to buying books, folks, and all he does is eat the covers. I'm telling you. 20-7, 4:11 to go in the first half. As we're getting ready to go here, as we have the Bombers trailing Scales Mound 20-7, and a turnover. And another turnover. And another turnover. Dewar looks at the 3. 3 on the way off, no good. Huro gets the points on the miss and the put back, though. He has 5 now. 4 players with 5 or more points for the Hornets. And Kerr goes up for the shot, and he's going to get 2 free throws. The foul's going to be on Slavenberg. Slavenberg, he gets his first. Team's third. Nolan Kerr shooting the first free throws of the game. First one's good. Tyler Cummins, it was nice meeting you the other night. Glad to have you in the chat again tonight. Sorry you can't be here. Second free throw was off, no good. Slavenberg. 3 on the way by Hurrow. Off no good. Rebound to Braden Holdhouse. Ian Case with it. Watson to Jeter. Nolan Kerr at corner. Kerr out to Holdhouse. Up top, Ian Case. 3 on the way, Connor Watson. Off no good. Rebound to Hurrow. Hurrow gets to Slavenberg now. Back to Weigel. Went to Slavenberg. He's going to put it up off no good. Hurrow with the rebound, and he can't make it. So it's going to be Bomber basketball with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Kerr down to JT Jeter. Pump fake. Has it stripped away. Dewar comes up with it. He outlets it to Hurrow. Three on the way. Hurrow nails it. Hurrow. It's 25-8. And a 30-second timeout charge to the Bombers. They're going to go into the second half with just 2 timeouts remaining. Game being brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. I want to thank Jim Smith for hopping into the live chat, throwing in a top chat, $20. We appreciate that. Every little bit helps us get more cameras and update our scoring systems and everything we're trying to do, so we appreciate that. Everything we do is by advertising. We don't charge anybody anything except for the advertisers. We can't thank them enough. Kerr misses a shot. Duncan or Case with the rebound, and he's going to be shooting 2. I think Slavenberg is going to pick up another foul. So without our sponsors and support from Dewar is going to pick up the foul. Actually, it's going to be his second. Team's 4th. Ian Case makes the first of 2. Driscoll, Slavenberg comes out, Dewar comes out, Driscoll checks in. Also checking in is Kogan. Kerr and Duncan are out of the game currently. Holdhouse on the rebound of the miss. Ian Case looks at the 3, doesn't take it. Gives it back to Holdhouse, 3 left corner, good. A sports corner 3 for Braden Holdhouse. He's going to be a good one, only a sophomore. He's going to be good for the next several years for the Bombers. Kogan with it. 25-12. Bombers trailing here. Driscoll turnaround jumper in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Kogan. Out to Weigel. Weigel gives it over to Kogan now. Under a minute to go. So it's going to be Hero with it. Got some, for the first time today, some spam chats coming in. 2 on the way, by number 3, Hero. Hero is going to get his 10th point, and the Bombers are going to go to the locker room trailing 27-12 here at the half of game number 6 of the Great Western Shootout. We'll tell you that only 4 free throws were shot in the half. Ian Case was 1 of 2 for 1 point. Connor Watson had 3 points on 1 3-pointer. JT Jeter had 4 points, and Nolan Kerr had 1 point on 1 of 2 free throws. And Braden Holthouse has 3 points. Nobody for the Bombers has only one player has more than 1 basket. That's JT Jeter. For Scales Mound, they've distributed the ball around pretty well. Thomas Hero has 10 points. Jacob Dewar has 5 points. Charlie Weigel has 7 points. And Jonah Driscoll has 5 points. And that's where we stand currently, 27-12. Bombers score 7 and 5 respectively in the first half per quarter. We'll take a break and let you hear a word from our interview with John Lawler, the I8FA president, at the state championship game on November 18th for the I8FA state championship, where West Central got the state championship. We'll let you hear that interview now. We'll be back in a few minutes here on TSSR Game Time Live. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Bomber Sports.
And welcome to halftime here at the state championship game. And full disclosure, this is before the game.
Yeah, yep.
Here with Coach Lawler. And I guess you're back to being a coach, aren't you?
Well, yeah, they talked me into helping again, so I'm not the head coach, but I'm back coaching again. So.
Well, you coach a whole lot of people, because I've been going to some I8FA meetings, and you're the head man at those things. You're the coach of that deal.
Yeah, I guess.
Those meetings, you never stop being a head coach.
No, it's kind of in you once it's in you. So
President of the Illinois 8-Man Football Association, and you guys just continue to grow.
Yeah, we are. We're up to 30 teams, and there's a couple more coming next year. And we're hoping to get a couple of teams that couldn't field the team back for next year. So, we might have 30, 32, 34 guys playing next year. So
the football is just getting better and better every year, too, it seems like.
Well, last year's championship game was great, I thought. And I loved it especially because everybody thinks 8-man football is like arena ball. Right. And what did we see? A 12 to 7 game.
Something like that, 12-8.
Yeah, a great game. And I'm a defensive guy anyway, so I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
This 8-man thing is going to be here. And I think you guys have proven that with your association. The elephant in the room is IHSA going to take it over? That probably is down the road, but judging from the meetings that I've been to with you guys, not this year, obviously, and probably not going to be next year.
No, I don't. I honestly don't expect it for 2 or 3, maybe 4 years yet. Honestly, I thought we were closer. I think there's some things that they're looking at, wondering how it's going to affect how they do their championship weekend. Trying to include an 8-man game. That's one of the things. I think the big thing is the enrollment, as you've heard us talk about at the meetings that you've been to. I think that's the stickler. Where do they draw that line? Where do we draw that line? We've dropped it down to 325. We started out 400. I think we're close. Now we're seeing what I thought we would see. I'm not telling you that I know everything, but we're seeing roster sizes grow again. And that's good because kids are having success. They're not getting pounded week after week by bigger, stronger teams with 40, 50 guys in the roster. So now we're seeing roster size grow. We don't want to talk about restricting rosters. That as long as I'm president, that won't happen. I want more kids to play football. So that won't happen. And I don't think the IHSA wants that either. But somewhere we got to find where is it fair and where it isn't fair anymore. So.
I mean, you're a long ways from being big enough for 2 classes, but the enrollment deal is kind of where that is, right? I mean, that's the reason why you keep that enrollment, so everybody that's in your group is ideally competitive.
Yeah, we kind of grandfathered in a couple of bigger schools, but I'll be honest, Dwayne, I've had schools as large as 700 enrollment ask about 8-man football. Now, you and I both know that's not why we started this.
Right.
We started this to save schools of 110 kids like mine and West Prairie and things like that. We didn't start it. I understand where they're coming from. They have a hard time getting kids out, 25, 30 kids out. But that's just not what this is about. It's about saving small town, small school Friday night lights.
Do you feel like now that 8-man football in Illinois has solidified itself and people are recognizing it more now?
Oh, I sure do. Yeah, I think I've told you many times, I had some good friends say, "Are you crazy? What are you doing this for?" And I said, because we have to.
Right.
We have to. I mean, we had a pretty good tradition. We had an 11-year run straight in the playoffs, making it to quarterfinals, second round, and I saw it coming. It's like we're just running out of kids. It's not just us. It's other schools, and you've seen the schools that are in this now. They were 1A consistent playoff teams, and that's what we've got playing 8-man now.
Right.
And that's why the ball's getting better too. So, yeah, it's coming. And has it changed the 11-man 1A and 2A? Sure has, which we knew was going to happen. It's going to change it a little more too. So I think that's where we got to figure out, okay, where does this really lie before the IHSA takes it over? And honestly, I hope people think we're doing a pretty good job running it. I think we are. Everybody seems pretty happy. So, we'll see. Tonight we're going to crown a champion. Both of these schools and their kids, if you went down those locker rooms right now and asked them if they knew a difference what they were playing for, they ain't going to care when they hoist that trophy up.
Now, a couple of coaches are going to be here tonight. We had one on a pregame show, Coach Elder from Ridgewood. Coach Unruh's on the sideline, and Jim Unruh was from Carthage, years, and I mean, multiple title champion.
Yep.
He loves 8-man.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is something that when you get to be a part of it, it feels like even the most successful and ingrained coaches like yourself realize it's really good football.
It's fun. I know when I first started, we started morphing to it a little bit with our JV squad because I knew it was going to happen, or I was going to have to make it happen, or we were going to have to do something different. It's fun because even for an old coach that's been around a long time, coached a lot of football, you're learning all over again. So this defensive thing, I still don't have it. Ted Alston's probably the guy that's got it figured out the best. Their defense.
You showed that last year.
Oh man, their defense is stout year in, year out. But it's fun. It's been fun. It's kind of new. Coach, my advice for a coach that was a little scared of it is don't embrace it. Embrace it and try to figure it out. Pat, I'd see Pat and his dad John down here. They've been at every one. And I mean John's the granddaddy, and this was Pat's first year coaching. So I said he'd be a good interview to see how he felt about it. And there again, very successful coach. So.
Well, thanks for talking to us here before the game, for halftime. I know you're busy, got a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
We appreciate it. Congrats on a great evening, night, even though it's a little chilly. Congrats on putting a great program together. It's going to be fun, and I appreciate being a part of it.
I appreciate having you. I mean, you guys have been great for us, and we hope this continues. And I want to thank Monmouth College, too. They've been a great partner in this for as many years as we've been doing it. Great partner. I got to know the coaches and that when my son played ball down here back 2011, 2012, and it's been a good fit for us. So hopefully we can keep it going for a while.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We'll be back with some stats and second half action in just a few minutes.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to Abingdon Avon High School. Great Western Shootout. Game 6 halfway through. We're down to 10 quarters of basketball left. We started with 32. That seems like it was a long time ago, but we have 2.5 games of basketball left. Scales Mound leads the Macomb High Bombers 27-12 here in this one at the half. Macomb girls play Abingdon Avon, or the A-Town girls, in the next game, and then Illini Bluffs faces off against home A-Town in the final.
Scales Mound gets the ball to start the third quarter. Weenan back out there. Regal has it. Hero. Hero with the jumper is good. He's got 12. Nolan Kerr with it. Into Langdon Allen. Floater off, no good. Rebound goes to Dewar, and back the other way they go. In a hurry. Weenan for three. Max Weenan gets the three, and it's a 20-point lead for the Hornets. Connor Watson looks to drive, puts a shot up, off, no good, but he's going to get the 2 free throws. Fouls on Jonah Driscoll, his first. Team foul number 1 of the second half. Connor Watson shooting 2 free throws. He's got 3 points. Make it 4. Bombers did not commit a single foul that was called in the first half. Second free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Hero with it on the rebound, and back the other way it goes. Dewar with it now on the dribble. Comes near side Driscoll. Driscoll picks up his dribble. Goes to a cutting Weagle. Now back to Driscoll from Weagle, and Driscoll's going to get his 7th. Once again, please like this, share the link, let your friends know where you're watching this Great Western Shootout from. 3 on the way, JT Jeter. It looks good. It's off a little long. Jeter gets his own rebound as he tracks it down. He's going to tip it across Nolan Kerr. Langdon Allen had to go up and grab it. Kerr now on the baseline. Weagle cuts that off and gets the steal. Now from behind, Connor Watson gets the steal. He's got 6 points. Weagle to Dewar. Back down inside to Hero from Dewar. 36-15. Back to a 21-point lead. That matches the largest lead of the game for Scales Mound. JT Jeter with the top of the key. Right side, Connor Watson. Duncan now. Dumps it out corner. Langdon Allen for 3. It's off, no good. Driscoll with the rebound. He gets it out to Hero, and away they go. Cross to Dewar. Corner. Weenan for 3. Off, no good. Hero with the rebound. Weenan back again. Jonah Driscoll looks. Dewar will take the 3 at the top of the key, and he'll nail it. Dewar has 8 points. And timeout. Charge to the Bombers. A full timeout. They'll have 1 full timeout remaining. This game being brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 2018, 2019, and again in 2020. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. And M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mbfurnitureinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. 4:41 to go in the third quarter. It's been almost all Scales Mound here in the third quarter. They've already got 12 points. Bombers have scored just 3, all from Connor Watson. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line and got a steal and a layup. Okay. Inbounding the ball. Sorry about that, folks. I was just checking to see if we needed to hand a cord over to somebody, but they're still using it. Langdon Allen looks to drive to Connor Watson. His shot's off. Duncan with the rebound, and we're going to call a foul, I believe, on Dewar. And it will be Bomber basketball. That's 3 on Dewar, second on the team. JT Jeter on the inbound gets the bucket to fall. He's got 6. 4:15 to go right now, and it's all Scales Mound up by 22. Led by 24 a moment ago. Base left elbow jumper by Hero is off, no good. Duncan had to rebound. Watson takes it back the other way. Watson on the drive, kicks it out top. Nolan Kerr for 3. It's short, right out the front of the rim. No arch. The Bombers struggling and trying to force things a little bit as Watson tried to go behind the back to JT Jeter that time, and nothing doing. Out of bounds it went. And it's going to be Scales Mound with a chance to build on the 22-point lead here. Hero down to Dewar. Hero with it, still Dewar now. 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. That's a 3, they said. I thought his foot was on the line, didn't go in either way, so I guess it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. Connor Watson brings it back the other way for the Bombers. Duncan. Langdon Allen. Bank shot's good. A Country Financial bank shot for Langdon Allen. He gets his first 2 as Abraham Olson's Country Financial brings that bank shot basket for Langdon Allen. 3 on the way, in and out. Duncan with the rebound. Got to start somewhere, trying to get it below 20 now. Down low to Jeter. Jeter back out to Langdon Allen. Down to Duncan. Duncan spins in, and he's going to be fouled. A lot of help from Scales Mound getting him up there. I think it's going to be on 1. It is. The foul's on Max Weenan. It's his first, team's third. Jack Duncan shooting 2 free throws. First one's off back iron, no good. Couple subs coming in. Slavenberg and Evan Kogan checking in. Driscoll and Weenan sit down. Second free throw is good for Duncan. He's got 1. Duncan takes a seat. Braden Holdhouse checks in. Jake Hobson checks in. JT Jeter sits down. It is below 20. It's been as high as 24. Bombers are on a 5-0 run. They're going to have to put a big run together if they want to get back into this thing. Kogan with it. Pull-up jumper. Off, no good. Rebound to Connor Watson. He pushes it up the other way. Down to Langdon Allen. His jumper's short, but it bounces over the front of the rim and goes in. Langdon Allen. Old BT has 4, and the Bombers trying to claw their way back in. Braden Holdhouse guarding Hero. Nice pass down to Slavenberg, and his shot's off, no good. Tipped around, gets his own rebound. It's on the floor. Kerr comes up with it. And a timeout charged to the Bombers, but that'll be their final timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching coverage of the Great Western Shootout, brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. We'll be right back.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
And back from the timeout, 17-point lead. Bombers are on a 7-0 run here. Stepping things up a little bit defensively. Offense coming alive a little bit. See if they can get back in to this game. Hey, there's Kenny Suter. How you feeling? Cold? Did you walk in without a coat? Oh, did you? Oh, you've been outside working today, haven't you? That's right. How many Christmas trees does Hart's have left?
Not many.
Not many. If you want a Christmas tree from Hart's Nursery, you better go get you one.
I'd say 6 or 7 tops.
That's not very good. I don't have a Christmas tree. Maybe I should go get one. Braden Holthouse for 3 off, no good. Hobson is going to draw the foul, and I really think that he drew that literally. The foul's going to go to Kogan, his first, team's 4th. Braden Holthouse and more contact. They call a charge. They did. Braden Holthouse called for the charge. I couldn't see the official. He was behind my computer screen, but I saw the reaction of Jack Duncan, and that kind of told me what was going on there. First foul of the game for the Bombers. So we approach the end of the third quarter. 1 minute and 30 seconds and less under now. Dewar with it as the Bombers pick up the defensive intensity a little bit. Hero, left side Kogan. Weagle cuts, nothing there. Back to Hero. Kogan with it. Watson out there harassing him, and a timeout's going to be called. It's going to be a full timeout charged to the Scales Mound Hornets. They've only got 2 timeouts left. Bombers have no timeouts left, and we're not even to the fourth quarter yet. 1 minute remaining here in quarter number 3. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back to Abington Avon High School as Tyler Cummins drops the question. Has anybody actually been able to score on Langdon Allen this season? And the question is, I'm sure somebody has, but it hasn't been very easy. Him and Nolan Kerr both have been pretty much shut down defensively. And in all honesty, if Scales Mound isn't hitting the tray here, this game's a lot closer. I mean, the Bombers are still playing good interior defense and drive defense, which is what Nolan Kerr is known for, and kind of Langdon Allen too. There's Connor Watson with a steal, but the pull-up three in transition is short from Watson. Weenan gets the rebound, outlets to Weagle, and Weagle now pulls it up, goes over to Weenan. But it's been the three that's really hurt the Bombers today as much as anything. And here's Hero down to Slavenberg, and he gets the bucket. That's the first points in quite some time. Watson goes back the other way and gets the bucket. 20 seconds remaining. Slavenberg has it stolen away from Watson. 15 seconds left. Watson puts the shot up. It's off, no good. Holthouse was there for the rebound. He went down pretty hard that time, holding his left hand. Foul charged to Weenan, his second. Team's fifth. The right hand, a little problem for Connor Watson as he's getting ready to shoot 2 free throws, and that's not the hand you want to be hurting you if you're Connor Watson. 11.2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. First free throw hard off the back iron, no good. And you kind of tell that hand is not feeling good because that's not the normal shot for Watson. He's struggled a little bit from the free throw line this year, but not that way. He hits that one. He's got 9 points. Weigel. And Watson's going to be called for the push, I do believe. It is Connor Watson's first foul, team second. 16-point game. Bombers have trailed by as much as 24 here in the third quarter. Dewar. Perot. Perot throws it up. It's off, no good. Slavenberg tries to slide one in on the officials, but no dice. That's how the third quarter comes to an end. We'll take a break and be back. Fourth quarter action, Bombers trail 41-25. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to Abington Avon High School as the A-Town Tornadoes hosting the Great Western Shootout here in Abington, Illinois. It's the Bombers and Scales Mound. The Hornets lead the Bombers at the start of the fourth quarter. 41-25, a 16-point game. The Bombers cut it down by 8 at the end of that quarter. It was 24, so Bombers have tried to claw back, but they're going to have to make a big-time improvement here in quarter number 4. And you're right, Tyler Cummings. It's been great defense by the Bombers all season long. And really, giving up 41 with as many three-pointers, that still says something about the defense. It's just the offense hasn't been able to get anything going for the most part. Connor Watson, Ian Case in the game. Nolan Kerr now. Duncan back in. Connor Watson. Connor Watson for 3. It's off, no good. JT Jeter picks up the rebound. Nolan Kerr is going to try the 2. It's long. And I heard the slap from here. Connor Watson holds his hand up. Yeah, that was me. I did that. Didn't mean to, but I did it. Second foul on Connor Watson, team's third. 7:11 to go. 41-25. Nobody's scored yet here in the final period. Ooh, yep. Perot didn't realize he was across the half-court stripe when he passed it backwards to Weigel, and it's an over and back violation. Nolan Kerr, Ian Case, right side JT Jeter. And Jack Duncan slipped a little going in, and Connor Watson threw where he was going. And just wasn't a whole lot you could do about that. That's just bad luck for the Bombers. Still a 16-point game, 41-25. Neither team has scored yet here in the fourth quarter. Driscoll, baseline jumper off, no good. Jeter had the rebound, ripped away, but Watson comes up with it. Back the other way. Watson to Jeter. Duncan over to Kerr. Now down to Duncan again. Triple team, puts up the shot. It's off, no good. Weigel with the rebound for Scales Mound. 6:10 remaining. Perot. Hesitation, gives it off to Dewar. Dewar playing with 3 fouls, has been much of this second half. Weigel for 3, it's way short. Jeter grabs it before it goes out of bounds, and Watson pushes it back the other way. Nolan Kerr Out to Duncan. Duncan loses it. Dewar comes up with it. Hero. Oh, what a crossover move. Over to Weenan, and Weenan's going to give it out to Weagle. Weagle now looks to drive on Ian Case. BT getting ready to check back in. 5:23 remaining. Driscoll on a nice pass from Weagle. Driscoll gets his 9th point. Back to an 18-point game. Watson trips, nearly loses the ball. Duncan gives it to Jeter now. 5 minutes remaining. Connor Watson. Nolan Kerr. Down to Duncan. Duncan puts the shot up and in. Jack Duncan has 3 points. Duncan swiped that one away out of bounds. .437 remaining, as you see if you're watching the game on the clock up in the upper left-hand corner. Scales Mound leads the Bombers here in this one. Dewar with it. Dumps it out corner Driscoll. Jonah Driscoll gets it to Weagle now. Weagle gives it off to Hero. Hero on the dribble, guarded by Jeter, and he throws it away as the zig and the zag problem happens again. Driscoll went on a zig. Hero threw on the zag, and a timeout charged to the Scales Mound Hornets. It's a full timeout. They have 1:32 timeout remaining. This game being brought to you this afternoon by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. And Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar, Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. As I told you earlier, we'll have a special show on Wednesday, hopefully some highlights from this tournament and maybe some other stuff, but we will have Jerry Kramer and Justice Keene on talking about the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament, which starts right after Christmas and before New Year's. There's actually a day break in there this year because of a Western basketball game. So we'll have those guys on talking about that. We'll have some highlights, and I'm sure Kenny and I will be talking about how great the Abington BPC game was that day, maybe, if we both go do it. Are you going to go do that game with me Wednesday? Are you going to go do the – you might or no? Driscoll off, no good. Kerr had to rebound, and then it's knocked out of bounds for Hero, and it'll go to the Bombers. Kerr's going to bring it up. Up top, Connor Watson for three. It's off, no good. Kerr saves it in. Weenan goes to get it. Up forward to Hero. Hero now goes down low to Dewar. It's blocked. Jeter comes down with it finally. Back the other way it goes. Connor Watson, they're going to call a foul on Weagle. His first, team's sixth. Bombers will be shooting double bonus the rest of the way after the ball's inbounded. JT Jeter now up at the point. He goes right side to Kerr. Duncan's shot is good. Give him 5 points. Hero has it down to Driscoll. Back out to Hero. Hero for three. It's good. 17 points for Thomas Hero. It's 46-29. Duncan with it down low. His pass stolen away by Hero, and he's fouled, is Hero, by Duncan. Duncan's going to pick up his first, team's fourth. 4 fouls in the entire game on the Bombers, and Scales Mound has not shot a free throw yet. Inbound to Weagle. Weagle across to Driscoll. Driscoll shots up and in. He's got 11. Connor Watson on the dribble now. It's back up to a 19-point lead. BT. Jeter for three. Off, no good. Kerr knocked it away from Hero, but Driscoll was there. Left side. It goes to Dewar. Dewar on the dribble. Spins. Puts the shot up. Off. No good. Kerr with the rebounds. 2 minutes remaining. Connor Watson fakes the three, goes in, dumps it to Kerr. Kerr gets his first 2 points of the night. He actually had 1 on 1 of 2 free throw shooting, so he's got 3. That's his first basket, though, with under 2 minutes remaining. 48-31, back to 17 points, and Duncan's going to pick up the foul. It is Duncan, his second, team's fifth. 1:33 remaining, and the bench is going to clear for both teams here for the most part, I think. Hunter Wilson, Hunter Kendrick, Ian Case, Drew Watson coming in for Macomb, and Braden Holdhouse. In for Scales Mound is going to be number 10, Derek Distler. Also number 12, Caden Dewar. Weagle's still out there. Hero's still out there. And Slavenberg's still out there. He has it, loses it, gathers it back up. Weagle with it, 1:18 remaining. Here's Weagle, guarded by Drew Watson. Dewar of the Caden variety gives it off to Hero. Hero now on the dribble. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining. 48-31. It's the Scales Mound's Hornets with the lead over the Bombers here as it's pretty much over. Oh, and Caden Dewar is going to get a bucket. Except for what the final score is going to be is what I was getting ready to say. Watson to Ian Case. Hunter Kendrick across to Hunter Wilson. Blocked by Slavenberg, and he gets the ball right back and goes back the other way. And I don't know that they will shoot the ball again, even with the subs in the game. We'll see, though. Drew Watson out there guarding Weagle, though. It's going to be Distler with it. Back to Weagle. As we're at 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Distler has it, and that's how it's going to end, 50-31. The Bombers drop this non-conference game to the Scales Mound Hornets. Looking at some scoring here. As we look, probably the MVP of the game is going to be Thomas Hero. We'll find out in just a second. Hero had 17 points to lead the way for Scales Mound. 3 points for Max Weenan. 2 points for Dylan Slavenberg. 8 points for Jacob Dewar. 7 points for Charlie Weagle. And 11 points for Jonah Driscoll. 2 points for Caden Dewar. Thomas Hero is the MVP, just as we said. 0 for 0 from the charity stripe for Scales Mound in the game. They scored 50 points for the Bombers. Ian Case was 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 1 point, 9 points, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line for Connor Watson. 6 points for JT Jeter, 4 points for BT Langdon Allen. Nolan Kerr had 3 points and was 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Jack Duncan was 1 of 2 from the charity stripe and had 5 points. 5 of 10 from the free throw line as a team. Braden Holthouse also had 3 points for the Bombers. So that's how this one ends. 50-31. Bombers drop the game to Scales Mound. The MVP goes to Thomas Hero. And that's how it ends. We'll take a break. The girls' game comes up next. It's the Macomb High Bombers and A-Town Tornadoes as the Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling brings Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live. Coming up next on the new stream. We'll see you in just a few minutes.